guys, the text we're going to read today is called How Can We Reduce Household Waste? And this text is nonfiction, and you can see it's made up of 6 different chapters. It's actually an epic, and so I'm just going to read part of it to you. I know this is a little different than normal. Usually it's just a YouTube video of someone you don't know, but surprise, it's Mrs. Greider. And I'm going to read part of this book to you, and then you're actually going to read the rest of it on your own today. So we'll do a little bit of it together so we can practice. Chapter 1, Household Waste. Household waste includes all the trash created by the things we throw away, and we throw away many things. In the United States, the average person throws away about 4.5 pounds, 2 kilograms of stuff every day. Only 1.5 pounds, or 7/10 of a kilogram, of that gets recycled or composted. The remaining 3 pounds, 1.4 kilograms, is household waste. An average American throws away more than 1,000 pounds, 450 kilograms, of household waste each year. How much household waste does the entire country create? What happens when you add up all the household waste Americans create? It comes out to about 164 million tons, 149 metric tons, each year. But this is only an estimate from the U.S. government. No one knows the exact amount of household waste Americans create. In fact, some experts believe it might be up to 7 times that amount. In any case, a huge number of unwanted items end up in the garbage, and all of this garbage has serious effects on our environment. American waste, including recyclables. There's yard waste, food waste, other paper products, glass, metals, plastics, rubber, leather, and fabrics, and wood. Wow, I already feel like the author wants me to stop throwing so much stuff away. That's what I'm feeling like. Types of household waste. There are 4 basic categories of household waste. The first category is paper, plastic, metal, and glass. The second category is food waste and yard waste. Cleaning products make up the third category. The fourth category is e-waste or electronic waste. This includes items such as old cell phones and TVs. Plastic bottles decompose slowly in landfills. They should be recycled. A worker moves shredded paper at a recycling center. Next, water will be added to the paper and it will be turned into pulp. Each of these types of waste has different effects on our planet. The good news is that we can fight the effects of every type of household waste. When we recycle and reuse waste, we keep these materials out of landfills. This helps clean the land, air, and water. It also improves our health. Let's explore each type of waste and find out what we can do to reduce its effects. All right, so when we're thinking about this text that we just read together, there are a few things that the author said that should cause you to start to think or to believe something. And you know, the real reason that we are talking about this and reading is because this is a life skill. This isn't just about reading. This is bigger than that. And I want you to think about, you know, when you hear things that people are saying to you, you should be constantly kind of putting that through a filter and thinking like, is that true? Could that possibly be true? Do I agree with that person? Do I disagree? And that's part of just how you start to form your own thoughts and who you become, and that shapes who you are. So when you start thinking through those things. And so we do that with reading as well. So in this text, the author said a huge number of unwanted items end up in the garbage, and all of this garbage has serious effects on our environment. So when I hear the author saying that, and if I'm like, even if I'm, let's pretend like I'm having a conversation with that person, they were just sitting and getting a coffee. Let me just think about that for a second. Delightful coffee. I hope you like coffee. If you don't, I'm sorry. Maybe later in your life. I learned to like coffee in high school to survive all of the work I had to do. That's besides the point. So the author says this, and that makes me just start to think like, okay, if I'm talking to this person in real life and they're like, man, all these unwanted items are in the garbage, all this garbage has serious effects on our environment, then as the listener, or in this case, as the reader, I'm starting to think, wow, well, should I do something about the environment? Should I care about the environment? And that's what the author is trying to get me to think. So I put over here, I should care about the environment and watch for how many things I throw away. So here we can fight the effects of every type of household waste. When we recycle and reuse waste, we keep the materials out of the landfills. This is something else the author said. So I want you to take a second and read that on your own and think about, okay, if this is what the author is saying, or pretend maybe I'm having a conversation with this person and they're telling me this, what does that make me think or believe or make me want to do? Think about that. So what does that make you want to think or do? I'm going to have you put that in the quiz in the next part. So we can fight the effects of every type of household waste. When we recycle and reuse waste, we keep the materials out of the landfills. What does that cause you to think that we should do about that? All right. In your assignment tonight, you're going to finish reading this book on Epic. It's going to be assigned to you. And so you'll go into that and hopefully be able to find it easily, or just search for it if you can't find the assignment. You are going to go through and you're going to read I believe I put chapter 3 of this book, and you are going to look for 2 more things that the author says, and then you're going to give those 2 reasons that the author thinks. This chart is going to be posted in Google Classroom, so you can just fill that in there, and that should make it easy for you. All right? Thanks, guys.